Reaperman here in a silly hat, and today I'd like to have a look at Patrol Redux. This is a hack of Moon Patrol that I kind of maybe crapped on a little bit in my Moon Patrol video because I happen to like the original version better, but I thought I needed to give this another shot just to see if it grows on me. So let's give this a start here. Now clearly they have zazzed up the colors and definitely the buggy. But underneath it's at least largely the same game it was before. I think perhaps some of the patterns may have changed a bit. There are a few double boulder patterns that I don't think I recall from my playthroughs over the last few days, but I may be mistaken on that. I'm definitely no better at this version. I'm also about no worse. So I still can't get through the challenging course, or the second course. But I actually do pretty good here. Now, I have actually switched my controller out from last time. Now, I had a lower leg wireless 8-bit DOE, and now I've gone with the Retrobit wireless Saturn here, the 2.4 gigahertz version, which is known to be considerably laggier. The thing is, its D-pad is just so much better at reversals. And I figure some part of controller lag is actually not quite calculatable because the lag is between my thumb and dealing with the weird 8-bit DOE D-pad. And I definitely like the way the Retrobit D-pad handles a lot more. Kind of rocks. I also, as before, have my up function actually mapped to a second button to give me kind of the arcade feel on the game, give me a dedicated jump button, if you will. And that's all thanks to the Mister's mapping abilities. No hardware attachments needed like on my NT Mini, and I am just having a blast. This is a pretty good game, and I'm actually kind of using this... Oh, boulder's about to double up. And I'm actually using this to kind of take a break, because I have been, for the last few hours here, trying to learn Coronis Rift on Atari 800. And that is a particularly tricky game. And today, for the first time, I did something I should have done 35 years ago, and I printed out the manual. Now, some games back in the day had copy protection where you had to turn to a certain page in the manual or whatever. That's not what Coronis Rift does. Its copy protection in the manual is that you absolutely need the manual to play the game. It's got all kinds of descriptors of which little displays do what, and it's got descriptors of which little pieces of gear do what, and perhaps most importantly, it's got the descriptions of all the races that make all of the gear in the game. It's kind of a loot 'em up, if you will, where you're a sand crawler. Oh, sorry. The first mines always surprise me. In fact, a lot of times they kill me. All these mines. Anyway, Coronis Rift is another early game that I played, and I never got far in it because, well, I didn't have the manual because I was a filthy pirate. But now, I'm an even filthier pirate because I pirated the manual too. And it's tremendously useful. Also, it's really useful that I found maps out there, and some of the maps have Easter eggs on them. That's kind of neat. You'd actually have to map out the levels yourself back in the day to find those Easter eggs, or indeed find all the stuff. Whoa. I'm pretty sure those silver, or I guess flashing, however you want to look at them, enemies, the ones that drop the bombs that make the holes, I think they're a little bit more aggressive with their bombs in this particular hack. Maybe I'm wrong in that. Aw, no record. So yeah, Coronis Rift came out in 1985, and it's a pretty impressive 3D game that I just don't know enough about to actually do a review of. Whoa! And in 1985, most people were playing old Super Mario Brothers, but not me. No, I got stuck with Coronis Rift and the Lucasfilm sand crawler there. That's back when it was not LucasArts games, but actually still Lucasfilm games. And they had this kind of pseudo 3D thing that they liked to do with Ball Blazer and Rescue on Fractalus and Coronis Rift, and what was the other one? The Eidolon, where they had this kind of fractal technology that they used for kind of randomized hills or walls, etc. Those old Lucasfilm games were some of my favorites. Come on, come on, come on. Whew! Made it to T. I don't think I've died yet, and I just jinxed the heck out of that, didn't I? But so far, I guess I like Moon Patrol Redux just fine. Somebody clearly put a lot of work into it. I just don't know if the buggy quite agrees with me. Most of the rest of it does, though. I really do like the improved colors on the background. That does help out a lot. Whoa. 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 And I guess the actual kind of orange surface here, that also helps. Because I believe that's the color it's actually supposed to be, not the kind of darker brown. Whoa. We're just going to take these slow and shoot them all. We probably didn't need to do that. There's one pattern of those, whoop, where the last one's just a little too close to a pit, but I think that's actually on the other course. Yeah. This moon buggy is no better at dodging than the official moon buggy. Oh. Why? Cockpit load is quite high here at the end. Oh. And that's been the beginner course of this game. Let's check out the challenging or expert course here. I think we get quite a bit of time bonus for this one too. Yeah, 100 seconds. Yeah, it looks like I set a record. Alright. So we take these guys out, and then we get to deal with Mr. Missile. Aww. Got him. Probably should have just jumped safe the first time, kept my life. Ugh. I need to memorize these patterns better. This is probably the pattern. Nope. Alright. Now this is probably the pattern. Where I want to shoot them all because one of them is too close to a pit. There's no way I was going to make that as a jump. Of course, it would help if I could make my shots too. We'll just blame the controller lag. I think that's a convenient scapegoat. Controller is actually a little unresponsive in this game in general. There's a lot of times when you can press the button and you can even hear yourself shoot, but the shot just doesn't come out in time to do damage. And it's kind of one of the annoying things about Moon Patrol. There's a few annoying things about Moon Patrol. Another one is the times when the enemies up on top are bombing you, and you just can't get out of the way, and you just get into a you have to die right here scenario. And that's something that modern video games don't have a lot of, but old video games, oh yes, they have tons of them. No bonus. That's cold. Yeah, I had that one coming. So this is it. This is, well, that's literally it. This is the last life here. So I don't usually continue these games. I don't really like continuing too much. It's a habit I got into from collecting too many arcade games. But let's have a look at the demo and see what it does. Let's go and hit the D key. So presumably this is going to be the computer playing, and I can just go kind of hands off a little bit. It seems to just be kind of idling along. And then it just flipped to beginner mode all of a sudden, where it just kind of idles along on beginner mode. Okay, well, at least it's something. It's something besides the blue screen. And I do like that this one's got a title screen, where really the first game just has a blue screen that says press start on it. Okay, well, this has been a look at the hack of Moon Patrol called Moon Patrol Redux on Atari 800. And until next time, Reaper Man out.